Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jimmy Jam here, the Landman. I'm super excited to show you how to use the Tennessee Soils app. This is a really fantastic tool because you can find the soil on any particular piece of property. However, finding the characteristics of that soil can be somewhat challenging, and this Tennessee Soils app helps you navigate through investigating soil on a property where you do not have access to a main sewer system. And so let's take a look at Zero Bailey Road in Hillsborough, Tennessee, in Coffee County. And I will tell you, this is the first time I've looked at this property. It's been on the market for 9 days, and I am in the MLS. But before I get started, let's do this. There are over 400 different types of soils in the state of Tennessee. That's right, over 400 different types of soils. And soils are broken down based on their absorption rates, their ability to absorb liquid. And so you have absorption rates that are less than 10 minutes, 10 minutes absorption rate, 15-minute, 30, 45, 60, 75, and greater than 75-minute absorption rates. Now you see the green rectangle over 30, 45, 60, and 75. Absorption rates that are equal to or in between those are suitable for conventional septic systems. Obviously, the 30-minute is the best. 45, 60-minute is good, and 75-minute is okay. Sometimes 75-minute comes with some conditions. Now, if I go to this pie chart here, and we can see that in the state of Tennessee, you have 105 different types of soil that fall within your 30-minute soil absorption rates. But then you also have 130 soils that are greater than 75 minutes. And so understanding the characteristics of the soil is very important when you are looking at property for development purposes. So with that being said, we're going to go back and look at Hillsborough, Zero Bailey Road. We're going to look at that piece of property. It's 20 acres. Here it says you have 465 foot of road frontage. That's really good because if it has good soil, there's a potential to subdivide this. Usually in MLS, there will be a record here where you can click and you can kind of see who owns the property. You can see the contour parameters of the property, but there is no record attached to the MLS here. And there also is not a copy of the plat. And so if I look through the photos, sometimes agents will put a copy of the plat in the photos, and I do not see a copy of that plat. So I see a personal interest disclosure here. So I'm going to click on that, and let's just see who owns this property. So looks like Bradley and Rose Creek. So I'm going to go to the CRS data tab. I'm in Coffee County. I'll type in Creek. Bradley. We'll try that. Oh, and here we go. We see Bradley Rose, Bailey Road. This looks like this might be the property. All right, and I'm going to click View Larger Map. And we see that this is 20 acres, which matches the MLS. 20 acres. Good. I feel like we got the right piece of property. So what I want to do is I want to find a property that is adjacent to this property that has an actual address. And so I'm going to copy this address here. And I'm going to go to a tool called Acre Value. Now, I love Acre Value because it provides the contour area or boundaries of a particular piece of property. Now, Acre Value is a subscription base. However, they do have a you can get the free version to where you can look up and see the contours of a particular piece of property. And so, that being said, I'm just going to copy that address in there, and we see there's my address. This is the property that I want right here. So I'm going to click that one. It's highlighted, and I'm going to go over here and get full report because I do have a subscription base. I get to see sales comps. I get to see the elevation. I get to see if it's in the floodplain. I get to see the vegetation reports. I get to see the soil survey. But in this particular case, we're just worried about what kind of soil is on this property. And wow, now you pull this property up and you can see that it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got several different types of soil on this property. And so we're just gonna, because I don't know what some of I don't know some of these names. These names are very unfamiliar with me. Cumberland, I know, it's a 30 or 45-minute soil. That one's very familiar. But if you don't know if you're not familiar with the soil name on this property, that's where you come to this wonderful app called the Tennessee Soils app. It is a web-based solution app. It is not found in the Google Play Store or Apple Store. It is web-based. And so we're going to type in Cumberland, and we see that Cumberland is a 45-minute soil. That's good. We'll go back here, and we see Hermitage. So we'll go back and type in Hermitage, and we see that Hermitage is a 30-minute soil. We know that's good. And we have Waynesboro. So we'll go back to the search function, and we type in Waynesboro. And we see that Waynesboro is a 60-minute soil. So far, so good. We got Waynesboro, Hermitage, and Cumberland here. There's another Waynesboro. Here is Robertsville. So we'll go to Robertsville. Let's see. Robertsville is a soil that's greater than 75 minutes. Remember, soil that's greater than 75 minutes is not suitable for a conventional septic system. So we'll go back. So we got Robertsville. Let's get this Purdy. Type in Purdy. And so we see that Purdy is a soil that's greater than 75 minutes. So the soil makeup of this property, we can see the front section is bad. The last half of the property is good. You have 30 to 60 minute soil in the back. So I know that if I'm looking at this from a subdivision standpoint, or I'm looking at this from a development standpoint, and maybe I want to get 2 lots out of this piece of property, then I know my soil in the back is going to be suitable for a conventional septic system. Now, let's just say you don't have acre value and you still need to find out, okay, what kind of soil is on this property? Well, this is the USDA Web Soil Survey. It has 95% of the soils of the United States in this database. Actually, Acre Value gets their soils from this tool, and this tool is free. It's a little archaic and sometimes challenging to use, but it's free. So if you hit that Start WSS button, that green button, and if we go back to the area of interest, and we punch in our reference address, and we see that orange symbol right here. So I've already gone in and I've drawn a rectangle over the area of interest that I'm interested in. And this is how I did this. You see this rectangular AOI icon here? If you click on that, and then you just click and drag over the area. So I'm clicking and dragging over the area. And once I see the diagonal lines, if I go to my soil map tab, it gives me the same thing that Acre Value gives me. I see I have Cumberland here, I have Waynesboro in here, I have Hermitage in here, Robertsville in here, and so I can just go along here and I can just start looking up my soils using my Tennessee Soils app. Now that's pretty cool. Now I want to show you something else here while I got a few minutes. I hope you're learning something here. There's a soil calculator in here. And let's just pretend that this property is 50, 60 acres and it's got Hermitage soil, and we saw that Hermitage soil was a 30-minute soil. So if I go to my Tennessee Soils app and I select 30-minute soil or 30-minute absorption rate here, and I look at Hermitage, and I see that Hermitage there's 4 acres, 4.37 acres of Hermitage soil. Now, I'm going to do something interesting here because now I got my development hat on. So, I know that there's 43,560 square foot in 1 acre. So, I'm going to multiply it times 4, and that is going to give me 174,000 square foot of 30-minute soil. If I go to my Tennessee Soils app and I just start punching in bedrooms here, so I'm going to do 50. So at 50 bedrooms, I have 120,000. I have 174,000 square foot of 30-minute soil. So right now at 50 bedrooms, I'm at 120,000. So let me go 70. At 70, I'm at 168,000. So 70 bedrooms is equivalent to 168,000 square foot of 30-minute soil. So if I take that 70, and let's just say that I want to build 4-bedroom homes on here. I take 70 and I divide it by 4, and this gives me 17.5 homes that I could build. Just making a general assumption that I have the perfect scenario. I know that I have enough soil, enough 30-minute soil to build 17 homes on this property. And so if I'm in a county or I am in a municipality that would allow me to develop this and maybe explore and do something a little different, the soil on this property is suitable for me to do that. So maybe not realistic in this case, but I just wanted to show you how you can use the soil calculator to estimate how many bedrooms you can put on a property, assuming that the property can meet all the conditions and requirements of the municipality in which you're looking at. I hope this was very educational and beneficial, and you can try the Tennessee Soils app for 7 days at no cost. It's free for 7 days. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But this tool will help you evaluate land and save time, money, and energy. Over and out, y'all. And don't forget, don't you buy land until you talk to the man, the landman, Jimmy Jam. Y'all take care now.